Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, Williams. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's find two. Sunday.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 47 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. They followed that one perfectly. Took the ball right downfield and scored, giving energy not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. For the first time with Ricky Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wentz to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47. 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Two jet.
They begin the drive with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Hey. Four down. Sunday. Kill. Hey, empty.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
On third down, here's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out now come the legends. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
So many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. He gets it to Brown, complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down.
And the pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Straight 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throw it back across his body. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
You've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
There we go. Back. Waiting.
On first down, it's Gurley. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go. 20.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now Wentz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lawrence Taylor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Madden Legends heading back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team. Right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Buying time to his left. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Now Wentz. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go play action here on first down. It is caught inside the 5. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Come on now, let's go.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Madden Legends offense trotting out again. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. On third down, that's Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Here's Wentz to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Wentz. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And not only did he drop it? He dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wentz going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, that you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Go. 120.
Now Williams. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Out now come the legends. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On play action, it's Wentz. And he's got it. And he will have a touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Madden Legends able to cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. And this kick,
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing now is Wentz. And it's a fumble. he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. It's over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Wentz now on first down. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go. Great. You got 4. Hey, stack. Black.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that stretches this lead to 20-8. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Back onto the field comes the offense for the Madden Legends. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Empty. Empty.
Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On first down, Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
And this will be a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 32 yards. And the Madden legends draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now whistles blow here. Play has stopped, and we're going to get a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Check. Here we go. 120.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Past the 20. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go. 120.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. What a great play and tackle. As a strong safety, you know what you're taught? That you are a hybrid player. You've got to be able to play the pass back deep, but especially to run up close, almost like a linebacker. And on that play, he took care of every responsibility.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Madden legends heading back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone that comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. One final try now for Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.